Off we go then. Manchester City can play today with freedom. Regardless of the result here, it will be their name etched on the league trophy. For West Ham, a chance to end what's been a difficult season on a positive note. The Hammers come into this with 2 wins in their last 2.
You see from the off here, Alex Greenwood just taking up that more central role, switching in with Uabi, who's come out onto that left-hand side. I think there were queries as to how they would line up today, just given the lack of kind of defenders available to them, as you say, with Rebecca Kanak being injured in that game against Liverpool, which looked like a shoulder injury.
An injury she picked up scoring the winning goal as Bonnie Shaw's in behind, no flag up. Bonnie Shaw in the opening minute is dispossessed, and that would have been quite the start for Manchester City.
Yeah, West Ham just needing to switch on early doors. It looks like City have come out to play straight from the off, really, and Bonnie Shaw found herself in a little bit too much space.
Lauren Hemp can't quite keep it in play. Top of the table for chances created this season in the league. Getting the best out of Lauren Hemp, Bonnie Shaw and Vivian Miedemar is very much why Manchester City are champions. Up to Ueki. And she goes, and the referee gives the foul against the Japanese forward and in the favour of Alex Greenwood.
Still try and do that, Ueki, just cause problems for the 2 centre halves. She's such kind of a player that can be direct, but she will like to come to feet and join in as well. She's got the 7 goal contributions to her name this season, so if they can get her in, she can be a dangerous player.
Referee will have to pause play here for a head injury. Even Nystrom it is, who needs a second to compose herself. Alex Greenwood provided the assist for that goal against Liverpool from the corner. In fact, she's got 4 assists from corners this season. Let's just take a look at that moment then.
Oh, I see it. Clear as day. Ball just hitting her on the back of the head as she's coming to kind of be near to Bonnie Shaw. We can expect her to do that throughout the game. They're going to try and get tight to Bonnie Shaw, make it difficult for her, but I mean, she is such a difficult player to play against. Actually get it right, but that seems to be the plan for them today, get tighter and condense as much space that she's allowed to play in as possible.
Rita Guarino is now taking charge of 10 league games, 4 wins, 2 draws, 4 losses. A record which has ensured safety for the Hammers, and it'll be interesting to see how.
Be an area where they're definitely going to have to shore up is in defence. They've conceded and leaked far too many goals for me. That's an area where they can't afford to be leaking so many goals, especially when beating teams in and around them. But yeah, expect that to be a
back underway then with Katie Zellum. Recently made her 150th BWSL appearance. In fact, her last goal in the league was against Manchester City, but for Manchester United. Has been off in the NWSL for a couple of years with Angel City as Ueki picks the ball up and will drive at the Manchester City defence. Finds captain Say.
That's good defending there from Benny. Filling in at right back today, done a good job of pace, an eye for goal, but this season providing from the left-hand side as well.
Prove herself. Put in by Asai. Good shout and a decent punch from Cummings, although she didn't clear the 18-yard box. Here's Shaw. Sagawa taps it on a little further, but no player in sky blue there to collect.
Positive from Cummings, though, isn't it? With a first opportunity when a first capable of. Jägerlich spoke about how she's been working really hard in training behind the scenes, and I suppose that's what you don't see, is the work rate that goes in from the goalkeepers union week in, week out to kind of support each other. And yeah, nice to see her getting an opportunity and a good strong punch with her first interaction.
Fujino pops it onto her Japanese compatriot Sagawa. Here's Wahabi into the channel for Lauren Hemp, who wins Manchester City's first corner of the game.
Opportunity here for Manchester City to score. Of them corners, you see just how dangerous they are from these dead ball situations.
You've set it up nice, Fern Whelan. Let's see if City can get a goal. Whipped in by Fujino, met by Greenwood. Here is Oba Fujino. Scored the only goal last time when Manchester City beat West Ham in the league. Cut out well by Zellum. It's an inaccurate pass that Hemp will latch on to.
Yeah, that's key for West Ham today, isn't it? They work really hard to win it back, and they are trying to build from the back. You can see them trying to possess the ball, but it's that taking care in those moments, because we know how dangerous Manchester City can be, especially on transition.
All the way back with Cummings. Here's Jade Rose, who's had a really strong debut season, leading the squad for most passes and most carries. A little bit under the radar when she signed, but she's been a key cog in that Manchester City back line.
Yeah, I think when she first came in, there was quite an unknown around her, wasn't it? People hadn't seen her play. It was taken a while to kind of settle into the WSL rhythm. But she's been phenomenal.
Lauren Hemp lifts it in. A little bit of a wayward effort. Great to see her back, though, after that terrible knee injury she suffered. She's looking as good as ever.
Yeah, she is. She's looking fresh, and here you see she looks to get herself in a good area. Cross was really difficult to be able to connect with any real impact, but as you say, really positive to see her back in the side, scoring the goal for them last week in the FA Cup semi-final as well, that got them back into the game.
Yeah, scored within a minute of coming on as well. Real impact. And it shows you the depth that Manchester City have in attacking areas. No Miedemar today. Caroline's on the bench as well. Grace Clinton, Lily Murphy, they've got attacking talent in abundance. Zellum. Won by Alex Greenwood. Back to Wahabi, who's leaving this summer at the end of her contract. Leila Wahabi joined back in 2022 from Barcelona. Here's Wahabi. It's a great ball, and Ueki will latch onto it. Combines nicely with Asei. Ueki from range was sliding backwards as she struck it, but a decent opportunity for the Hammers.
Them now, hasn't it? In the first opening 10 minutes, a loose ball, but Ueki does really well to latch onto it, and Asei with the ball straight back to her. Wayward effort really wide of goal, which just shows the confidence that the two of them have got, that when they do get in those positions, they're not afraid to have a striker goal, even against the league winners.
Benny being forced backwards to her goalkeeper. Abby just about keeps it in play. Good press from West Ham. Can City work their way out?
Yeah, West Ham doing really well with the press, actually, with the numbers they are committing going forward. There's not someone who Bell just coming on and providing that extra bit of press to make it difficult for Manchester City to...
Forward by Greenwood. Well cut out by Endo. Virginio up to Shaw, helps it round the corner for Lauren Hemp. West Ham have got a pretty poor record against Manchester City. They've only won 1 of their 14 BWSL games against the Citizens. That sole victory coming in October 2021 under Ollie Harder. City have won 12 of the 14 times they've met.
One of my best mates is married to play golf with Gordon, so I just like really good.
Blinkiller Brown, lovely little back heel, slid through. Here is Lauren Hemp, bearing down on goal, went to chip Shemik, and it's a good save by the Polish shot stopper.
Yeah. All go through into Lauren Hemp's path, that she was potentially too deep and a bit stuck on her line, but in the end it turned out to be the right decision and the correct one. Stands up, makes herself big, and it's a fantastic save.
The clearest chance of the game so far then. In by Greenwood. And Manchester City have the goal. Jade Rose, her first goal in the Barclays. Sat up nicely for the Canadian, and the champions are in front.
Yeah, the warning signs were there from that original bit of play, wasn't there, from Shemik saving it to make the corner. It's Alex Greenwood with the delivery, making it difficult for the West Ham defence, but Jade Rose reacts first, gets in front of Pubel, swings with the left foot, puts the pace behind it and gives poor defending from West Ham, really. You've got to be able to clear your line. Opportunity for them to be able to clear it, in my opinion.
Goals in the league, and there's another one for them. A nice moment too for Jade Rose, getting her first league goal for Manchester City.
Yeah, just as we've just been speaking about her, wasn't it? Just how important she's been for this Manchester City side this whole season. She's grew in confidence as the season has gone on, and she's been a real stalwart in defence, but nice to see her getting on the score sheet as well.
Ueki robs Benny into Asei. Up against Rose, held up, lays it into Pubel, left for Morgan, and it's well cleared by Rose. And that's the thing as well, if you look at Manchester City's team, they've got amazing attacking talent. They've got Bunny Shaw, who's got 19 BWSL goals, but they also get goals from all around the pitch. Hasegawa has 2 this season, Blinkiller Brown has a goal. Rebecca Kanak scored last time against Liverpool. And Jade Rose getting on the score sheet here as well.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so difficult for other teams, isn't it, to be able to defend against that, because not only are you going to have someone like Bunny Shaw who scores all the goals, but like you say, they've got goals coming from different areas, real versatile players that can not only score goals but provide goals as well, so they've got them coming from all areas.
Here's Benny. It's a wonderful ball to find for Gino. And it goes for another Manchester City corner.
That's maybe the positive, as well as having an attacking-minded full-back in those areas, that when they do get the ball, their first thought is they look to go forward, and that's just what Iman Bene did. on that occasion to find for Gino, and now West Ham have really got to try and stay switched on and defend another set piece.
Yes, this could spell trouble for West Ham. Deep delivery from Greenwood. It's well played by West Ham in the end to get it clear and not concede another corner.
I think it was Ueki with the first connection and Endo with the clearance, but sometimes it doesn't matter who it is that makes that first contact. You can set up as organised as you like, but as long as somebody is making that contact, that's the most important thing to protect your goal and your goalkeeper.
Bunny Shaw is pretty much set to win the Golden Boot this campaign, barring a remarkable goal flow from Kirsty Hansen. She's also on 19. She's one away from the first player to score 20+ goals in 3 different seasons.
And the fact that we're talking about her leaving is just frightening, isn't it? That she could be on her way somewhere else after having that record and being part of a title-winning side now as well. They say, I think last season she got the joint Golden Boot with Russo, didn't she? But she missed a number of games due to injury as well, so it just shows how key she is.
She is one of, if not the best, WSL striker we've had in the league for the past 5 or so years. Perhaps Sam Kerr, the only other player that can go up against Niedermar as well.
Yeah, and all very different players, aren't they? Very different in their stature, the way they play the game. But again, it's the with their head, with their right foot, her left foot, or whether she's going to drive and dribble at players or just meet it from a situation. So again, so key for them.
Here's Greenwood. She's slotted in at left back a lot this season. Rebecca Knack and Jade Rose the preferred 2 centre-backs, but with Knack out injured, Greenwood's back at left centre-back with Wahhabi at left back.
Yeah, she's so versatile, Alice Greenwood, isn't she? You know, she's got that phenomenal left foot as well, and how kind of composed she is on the ball and the quality and the way she possesses the ball. I think I do prefer her myself at centre-back, but you know, she's done a fantastic job at left back this season also.
It's good work from Nystrom. Winning the aerial duel up against Bunny Shaw, it's something that not many players can say they're able to do. And you can see that Nystrom's been tasked with sticking tight, man-marking Bunny Shaw.
She obviously possesses the qualities as a 1v1 defender.
Lauren Hemp, direct pass, looking for Shaw. Here is the Jamaican forward, lovely little turn. Back to Fowler, punched by Shemek, and the flag was up for an infringement.
That's exactly what we've just been talking about though, isn't it? She's been tasked with getting tight to her, not letting her turn, but that's the danger sometimes, that when you get too tight, then that gets tight. It's a little bit late there from Asai on for Gino.
Free kick for Balumu and West Ham. And it looks like Fujino might still be feeling that challenge. And here's that foul then.
Yeah, Benny just leaning into her a little bit, causing the foul there with her shoulder.
Cubell. Here's Vivian Asai. Morgan's at the back post if she can be picked out, but it's well cleared by Greenwood. Off Benny for a West Ham corner.
Yeah, West Ham not giving City it all their way at all. Direct into Ueki's head. Win those first, win those second balls, and Asai again down this left-hand side. Just the cross isn't as accurate as she's like, but again, she's won aside the corner.
In by Aseki. And cleared by Hasegawa. Forward by Balumu. A little knockdown was a smart one. Yueki unable to get onto it, and Nystrom's still far up the field. Pick out Lauren Hemp, and that collision's left her grimacing.
Here, it's just that lateness of the collision there with the legs. Onto the boot of Lauren Hemp, I think it was, just left in at the last minute.
She might have slightly rolled her ankle a little bit, it was painful. Free kick, West Ham. This is a good spot to lift the ball in. West Ham are ranked 4th for set play goals scored. It's one of their most lucrative attacking options. And Zellam's a good set piece deliverer. In it comes from Zellam. That one was not good though. Cleared at the first time of asking by Mary Fowler.
Now delivered straight into a large amount of bodies there. I think it was Morgan who was just peeling off the back shoulder of the City wall of defenders unmarked, but she couldn't find her.
Was there earlier?
I think Lauren Hemp might have slipped and twisted her ankle a bit there from that earlier view. It wasn't a full twist, but you could see the little tweak.
Done that a few times myself. When you roll your ankle, you think, you know, I'll run it off, but it looks like potentially this might be something that she's really struggling with.
Let's take a look at it again. You can see it here.
Yeah, clear ankle roll there, wasn't it, on the outside of her ankle, just as she plants the foot. See it there on that left foot. That looks like a nasty, painful one there.
Also, with the game being as it is, City leading and the title already secured, it might be not worth risking her. Caroline warming up.
Yeah, unsure whether it's the same one, but she was struggling and in a boot, wasn't she, with her last injury that she had as well, so be wanting to make sure they protect her as much as possible.
No major women's international tournaments this summer though, so we don't have to fret as England fans that she might miss the Euros or the World Cup. Let's take a look at that City goal then.
Yeah, she just reacts first there, doesn't she, Rose? West Ham just switched off. That's the hunger though, isn't it? That you want it more and you're going to get yourself on the end of it first and foremost.
Will Lauren Hemp try and run this off? I'm not sure she will be able to. She looks like her afternoon might be done.
Yeah, I think it's one of them, isn't it, in your mind? You want to see it out and you want to be on the pitch, but she's fully played her part throughout the course of this season, so it's not like this game is going to make a massive difference to that. You want to make sure that you're 100% healthy and not forcing it and getting yourself in the best possible position for that final.
Yes, Manchester City in the FA Cup final, of course, up against Brighton, who are there for the first time. So yeah, she'll want to ensure that she's ready for that. City could do the domestic double. Here's Cascarino. Asseyi. spell of possession for the Hammers. It's a really nice ball to find Balumu. Hit by Rose, only so far as Pubel, and then a good looking strike from Katie Zellem, but just Rose at the last moment.
Just kind of finding Katie Zellem here on the edge of the box, and she unleashes with no real pressure on her. Can't really clear her lines, Jade Rose, and Pubel sets her up nicely. See it drift over the bar. But again, they use that left-hand side really nicely, West Ham. It was the original ball that they came out onto the left-hand side, and just whether they're going to try and exploit that a little bit more with Benet not really playing there in that position and having to kind of not have Kasparai in there. I wonder whether they'll try and exploit that a little bit more.
Cascarino. Forced inside by Fowler. Held up with by Greenwood. And Lauren Hemp is going to be coming off. Taking off that boot. Brazilian Caroline will be the substitute. City fans will be hoping then that Hemp's okay for the FA Cup final. That will be the focus.
Yeah, definitely a good idea just to get her off it now, get it protected as much as possible. What, 2 weeks in now before that final turns around, so she's got time to be able to get it assessed properly and look after it. Recovery starts now, really. She's really not happy though, is she? You can tell she's quite worried about it.
She's been a little unfortunate with injuries over the years as well, hasn't she? Struggling to get a fresh bill of health. And here is Caroline, then the Brazilian forward, 9 goals, 5 assists so far this season. She's averaging a goal contribution every 60 minutes.
So she's not a bad replacement to be able to bring on a 27 minutes. I'm not sure West Ham will be wanting to have to deal with her so early into the game.
Calmly done by Nystrom. It's a little loose, but it's well done by Katie Zellem, experienced midfielder, of course. It's a good-looking ball, but it's well dealt with by Benet. To Endo.
Well done, Yui.
Cut out by Yui Hasegawa, and you can hear Andre Eglerts
Good, Alex. Lovely. Well
giving
done.
support, encouragement to his team. Shaw up to Caroline. City building a patient attack. Uzueki. Always looking for a say. Those two have formed a really good connection, partnership over the years here in East London.
They are, and what I was just about to say is you were saying about how patient City were being in their build, but also West Ham were being quite patient in the defence. They were quite organised, quite compact.
No foul given there. On we go. Caroline. Not quite up to the speed of play yet. It nearly slides all the way through to a save, but well dealt with by Rose.
Yeah, so they're being quite compact in the defence, West Ham, and then when they do get the ball, that's the moment for me, whereas Zellem's trying to find Ueki's feet, and it's just that little bit of quality and that finesse on that ball to try and find the players and look after it when you do have the ball, because there's only going to be small occasions against this Manchester City side.
Here's Blinkiller-Brown. This is her 20th BWSL game this season. It's been a really strong season for the 22-year-old. Got good competition in those midfield areas. It's especially when Manchester City brought in Sam Coffey, but she's done well to hold that position. Coffey, of course, out injured at the moment, though. As Hasegawa tries to set Benny away.
Hasegawa just reads the ball so well. And she's just got such instinctive vision when she does get on it.
And that's a wonderful ball looking for Gino, who does manage to get the ball across. West Ham put it behind for a Manchester City corner.
I think Virginia does well there, but yeah, watch it back here. You see Blinkilde Brown, who've just been talking about, slots it through. For me, I think the defender's got to do better there. I think it's Siren as she gets across her. Got to use her body better. She does in the first instance, and then allows Virginia just to get in again. Which for me, I think you've got to use your body better, defend a little bit harder in those occasions.
And now West Ham need to defend this corner. Caroline put behind for another City corner. Delivered by Greenwood. Caught by Zellem, and then Hasegawa with a wild effort.
And there was me saying just how composed she is on the ball.
Well worked out by West Ham. Katie Zellem has brought a level of composure to the West Ham midfield since joining on loan in January.
Yeah, she has, and I think the balance between her and Siren works quite nice as well, in that she's a bit of a workhorse in midfield, and she kind of breaks down a lot of the play, and then you've got Zellem with that technical ability and that composure when she does get on it.
Cut out well by Cascarino. Trying to find Ueki, but there is Greenwood. Still alive this though for West Ham. Asai, Zellem, Balumu. All the Manchester City players back behind the ball. Elsewhere in the league, Liverpool are trailing by 2-0 against Arsenal. And Chelsea have just scored against Manchester United. Guess who? Sam Kerr, who of course is leaving Chelsea at the end of this season. Sounds like she's off to the NWSL. So there's a vacancy for Chelsea number 9. Will it be Bunny Shaw? That is the big debate.
Yeah, and I think it's a debate that'll keep on going, won't it, until we finally get some news in that respect. But Man City just dominating here today so far. West Ham's opportunities few and far between, really.
Kubel waiting for the overlapping run on the left. Here's Balumu. Early delivery dealt with by Greenwood. Intercepted by Zellem. A bit of close control, but now here comes City, and off runs Bunny Shaw. The flag was up. She did look about a yard off, to be fair.
Yeah, I think that was a clear one, to be honest. Not sure she needed to be there because she had the time to have a little look along the line, but offside. Yeah, you see it again here. Good from the West Ham defenders, just staying organised. Staying compact. I think that's what, as you say, coming off the back of 2 clean sheets, you can't get that without being organised, without being compact, without having that communication across your back line. That's going to be so important for the duration of this game.
To Cummings, who's not had to make a save yet. Been involved in terms of the build-up play and dealing with some corners and deliveries, but might have to make a save now as it's into Ueki, bearing down on goal. Flag was up, but a really strong save actually from Cummings.
It was, and just a bit of a glimpse into what Cummings is capable of when put under pressure.
City looking to counter now. Caroline. Wonderful dinked ball forward, and Bunny Shaw realised she was offside, so stopped the chase. She looks a little cross with herself, doesn't she?
Yeah, cross with herself, frustrated, because actually that was a fantastic little dink pass over from Caroline, wasn't it, just to find her in that bit of space. But again, that organisation from the back line key.
Miedemar not on the pitch today. She's been having a tough time with some family issues. Sam Coffey also sitting next to her out with injury of a minor knee surgery, actually, which is not a good sign. Miedemar might be back for the FA Cup final. It sounds like Sam Coffey's done for this season anyway.
Yeah, I think Miedemar was back in training, wasn't she, this week? So that's nice to know that she's back in and amongst the squad, just getting herself back up to speed and up to fitness with the rest of the team. But again, such a important key player to them. 10 goals for her this season.
Nystrom puts it behind for a corner to prevent Bunny Shaw from getting the strike off.
Yeah, I think she's got a task ahead of her today, hasn't she, Nystrom? Trying to keep Bunny Shaw quiet, which she's done for small to medium parts of this game. It's just whether she can sustain that throughout the whole of the 90.
Here comes another Alex Greenwood corner then. Deep delivery, and Rose can't quite get there.
You can see exactly what she's trying to do and just how wicked that left foot of Alex Greenwood's can be. Just to try and find Rose deep at the back post on that occasion. Couldn't connect with it. But when I used to play at Notts County, Alex Greenwood, when she used to ping those balls in on free kicks, and you know when you get your head on the end of them just how it's going to find the back of the net, because it's not actually the header that's done it. It's the cross and the quality on it when it has come in. It makes it so easy for attackers to get on the end of it.
And Manchester City do rank first for headed goals this season. 16 goals they've scored from headers. Collected by Zellum. Here's Siren. Yeah, 1-0, this game still very much in the balance. Say you can't quite bring it under control.
Now you can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to work the ball up and progress down this left-hand side, but sometimes it's more of a hit and a hope rather than doing it with that actual quality and finesse on the ball.
Back by Bunny Shaw. Greenwood, who spoke earlier this week about Bunny Shaw and how close they are as friends, and how they've sat next to each other in the dressing room for previous years, and how sad she'll be if Bunny Shaw does leave.
And that says a lot, doesn't it? Not only about the character and the quality she possesses on the pitch, and we all know about the goals and the output and the stats, but off the pitch, that's something that can't be measured, that dressing room atmosphere, that leadership. And as you say, those friendships that have been built.
Here's Balumu. It's not the best ball back from Siren. Just put Balumu under pressure here. As well, in the end, actually, to win the throw-in. This is the second time this season that Manchester City have come here to Chigwell Construction Stadium. They won 5-1 in the League Cup. To Morgan. She's not been too involved from an attacking point of view yet for West Ham.
No, you're right. A lot of the play has been down this left-hand side, hasn't it, for West Ham. They're struggling to get Morgan into the game down that right-hand side.
And Andre Yegler's clearly a well-liked player by a well-liked manager, sorry, by the players. Alex Greenwood earlier this week saying that everyone feels very comfortable to be themselves. It's the safest dressing room. He is a calm guy, also really intense, understands the human level as well. He's been able to do what previous Manchester City managers were unable to do as well, and win the league. Alongside Nick Cushing, of course, who won it back in 2016 for the first time.
Yeah, I think that's so important as a player to use the word safe there, Flo. I think that's, you know, we can speak about the on-pitch and, you know, the pressures that players face, but when you've got a manager that's got your back, that's key.
Morgan, good-looking delivery. Rose's clearance nearly fell for Pubel, but backwards Louis had to go out to help out.
Been a couple of times and just on a couple of occasions where the ball has, you know, fell favourably for West Ham in these really positive areas, but it always seems to be that it's Manchester City that react first. They're there for the first balls and the second balls. Opportunities really for West Ham just to switch on that little bit quicker, defensively and offensively.
Siren. Pubel with the loose touch. Quick collision between Ueki and Wahabi.
Yeah, you see Ueki actually goes into the foot of Wahabi there as she's come through onto her right boot.
Ueki, back to Zellum. Too much time on it, comes back though for Ueki up to Asei. Asei turns and shoots, and a couple of yards wide.
Again, positive play from West Ham. It's that build-up that we were speaking about. Loose ball retained there from Ueki. She just latches onto the loose balls really, really well, linking up with Asei. Instinctively tries to spin on the ball. Jay Rose can't get tight enough. But again, can't find the shot on target, West Ham.
Benny, running in field. Inventive ball to Bunny Shaw. Well caught by Shemek.
Yeah, opportunity there for Manchester City. Bunny Shaw couldn't really quite find the pass that she wanted to, linking up with Bene on that right-hand side. City really dominating possession, though.
Greenwood finds Shaw on the ball, not quite in the path of Oba Fagino, but how good has Alex Greenwood been this game in terms of jumping out and nicking the ball back?
Yeah, it's just that instinctiveness from her to know the time and the reading and the play. Reading of the ball has always been so key, especially for defenders, but she does it so well and at the right times, but she does have the quality on the ball when she does get it to find those passes going forward.
Here's the goal scorer, Jade Rose, back to Cummings. He will be really keen to get a clean sheet on this Barclays Women's Super League debut for Manchester City. She has played in the league before, but this is her first time for the Citizens. Benny and Fowler combine. A little flick on, and the offside flag is up.
I actually thought Benny did really, really well there with the ball that was fired into her from Bunny Shaw. Probably could have been drilled along the floor, but she did really well with how she managed it, as you say, flags up in the build-up to that. Manchester City have just been calmly going about their business with this and keeping hold of the ball at times when they can. And then in those final moments, trying to go quicker, but expected them to maybe have 1 or 2 more shots on target and cause West Ham a few more problems.
A minimum of 4 minutes of added time.
So 4 minutes then on the end. There was a lengthy-ish stoppage for Lauren Hemp going off with that ankle injury. Nice work from Asei. Ended up back post, no player in claret though there to poke it in. She's been the main threat really for West Ham.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of what they've done has come through Asei, whether that's assisting or whether on that, on that occasion she's tried to get the cross in, but it's just that quality and the final ball, that final delivery just breaking down for West Ham. But they have had opportunities to score against Manchester City within this first half.
It was tight as well when these sides last met in the league. City winning just by 1-0. That goal coming from this player here, Bifagino.
Yeah, and even in that game, they did create chances against City, through Asei, through Martinez, but they just couldn't quite convert. And you hope they don't come to this position today where they rue the chances that they have had, because they have created some good ones.
It's nice work from Asei in a decent-looking ball, but it's well marshalled and read by Wahabi. Caroline. Now it's with Katie Zellum. The idea didn't quite come off.
Now, a lot of the West Ham's play has gone through Zellum in that midfield, and at times as well when Asei has come centrally, she's caused a lot of problems for Manchester City, linking up with Ueki in that front line as well.
Wahabi. Killer Brown. Manchester City moving the ball around with plenty of zip and intent. Penny Shaw lurking in the box. Caroline. West Ham have got their defensive distances and positioning right. City struggling to find a way through.
Yeah, especially through the middle as well. They're just trying to stop them being able to play and find spaces and keep the distances between the units as close as possible.
Benny very nearly finding Bunny Shaw. Well cut out by Cascarino. He drives the side forward. Asei onto Pubel. Not too many options. Of course, Arena Pubel finds Asei, who'll go from range and off the back of Alex Greenwood. French forward will come again. Cleared by Rose. Endo does just enough to recover. No foul there though. Caroline coming forward. Bunny Shaw in front of her. Mary Fowler to the right. Just held up though. Perhaps not the right option.
No, not the right option, but I thought Nystrom did well to read the play defensively again. I think in that 1v1 battles that she's had so far, she has done well.
Benny. Mary Fowler, chance perhaps for one last City opportunity at the end of this first half. Out it goes, and there is the half-time whistle then. The champions, Manchester City, are in front. Jade Rose with a goal from a corner. The only thing that's slightly disappointing from a City perspective is Lauren Hemp having to come off with an ankle injury. But in East London here, at half-time, it's West Ham 0, Manchester United, Manchester City 1. No changes for West Ham, who get us back underway then. The champions leading by a 1-0, as they have done since the 13th minute. Can West Ham muster something to finish their season with a point, or perhaps a win?
Yeah, as you say, good to see a youngster in Bracy Pryor coming on, getting an opportunity in this final day game. Not features as much this season, but a good opportunity to test herself today.
Forward ball. Here's Ueki, blocked by Rose. Back to Morgan, who struck that brilliantly, but behind it goes for a goal kick. Fast start from West Ham.
Yeah, really positive start from West Ham. Maybe trying to catch Man City sleeping a little bit after the breaker straight into this second half. Fantastic ball through into Ueki's path. Jade Rose coming across, does really well, and again it's Morgan with the snapshot. They just can't find the target, West Ham, when they are getting these opportunities.
Here is Pryor, the substitute. And with Alex Greenwood going off, Yui Hasegawa has taken the captain's armband. Player that's been so dependable over the years for Manchester City.
Yeah, and sometimes, or the old age, you would think that a captain had to be the one that shouted and screamed and, you know, said a lot vocally, but Hasegawa, quite a calm, quiet person within the changing room, but does it talking with the ball on the pitch, which is obviously what's most important, leads by example.
Free kick for City for the foul on Fowler. Here's Sydney Lohmann, who won the double with Bayern Munich last season. Hasn't really perhaps had the season she would have hoped here at Manchester City. Her only start in the league, coming on match day 1 against Chelsea. She's played less than 200 BWSL minutes over the campaign. Some of that because of injury. Shemek. So straight back to Carolyn. Neither side able to hold on to it for a couple of minutes or more. Brilliant hold-up play from Ueki. She's not the tallest player out there, but able to jump higher than Pryor on that occasion.
Yeah, she used her body really, really well on that occasion, didn't she? I think sometimes that's what West Ham might have to do a little bit instead of trying to play out against City's press. They want to go over it straight into the feet of Ueki. It's just having players and bodies around in support.
Cut out by Fowler. Shaw. Back to Mary Fowler. Sits the defender down, and it's a good save from Shemek. City still coming forward with Fagino. That was a good chance for Mary Fowler, looking for her first BWSL goal since returning from that ACL injury.
Yeah, it was all too easy for her, wasn't it, for Fowler inside the box, but Shemek doing really, really well in the West Ham goal.
Here come West Ham, Asai. Wins the free kick. Foul committed by Fagino, who gets a yellow card for her trouble as well.
It's clever play from Asai, just using her body to lean into Fagino. Won aside the free kick in a really, really important position. Again, she's been so dominant throughout this game. Asai just feels the arm of Fagino onto her and goes down again. We'll see here the chance. Bunny Shaw just sliding through Mary Fowler. Managed to leave the defender sliding across her, but fantastic save from Shemek. It's Endo, just slides in, gets nowhere near it, doesn't stand up. Expect Mary Fowler to score in those situations, really, but it's a great save from Shemek.
Say goes for goal, and it's a poor effort, really. Well over the bar.
Yeah, should be disappointed with that one, I say. Especially all the positive play and the positive build-up around it. Again, you see Fowler here. Really well with the shimmy. Just to leave Endo on the floor.
She even fooled the cameraman then.
She was that quick.
Lohmann. Rose. Caroline finds Fagino. Into the channel for Fowler. Good attack this from Manchester City. Fowler comes back to the Australian. Here's over Fagino from range, and the deflection takes it behind for a City corner.
Yeah, Zellum on that occasion, getting a body in for the block. You could see a wall of City players lining up to attack this inside the box, but again, it's Mary Fowler involved. She does really well to find Fagino. Zellum getting in the way, big leg, body stands up. And this is what they're going to need to do, West Ham, put their bodies on the line and defend, because Man City are coming forward more and more in the attacks now.
No Alex Greenwood on to take the corner, so Wahhabi steps up. Good looking delivery. It comes to Imam Benny. And City have another corner.
Touch was almost just too big there from Benny. Just allowed to say that time to get in and defend and make the big block.
Captain Greenwood then on the bench for the second half. She'll be the one lifting the trophy though. As the captain come the end of the game. West Ham make first contact back to Caroline. In by Wahhabi, and gets her angles wrong, behind it goes.
There's a rare occasion there for Manchester City, just getting that one wrong with Wahhabi on the cross.
Up by Benny, one back by Say. Manchester City shooting towards that end where all their fans are standing. I'll get a good view of a goal if one goes in. Siren. Shemek a little heavy with the touch. And West Ham get away with that just about. They do give up the throw-in though.
Yeah, and that's maybe one of those moments like what we spoke about before, where you're trying to play out to the press but potentially not on because you're getting pressed so heavily. And the on-rushing Bunny Shaw, maybe you need to go over the press, find that space.
Lohman. Still going. Sydney Lohman. Back to Caroline. Now it's with Wahhabi. Went for the pass. Bunny Shaw can't find the space. West Ham defending well. Caroline towards the back post, and there is Bunny Shaw. It's wide. The flag was up anyway.
The flag was up, so she wouldn't have been granted her 20th goal in the WSL this season anyway, but so close. Really positive, patient build-up from Manchester City. But that, for me, she is offside, but that, for me, is far too easy from West Ham's perspective. Inside their own 18-yard box, no one applying pressure on the ball. You've got 3 players in and around the attacking. I think it was Caroline who actually provided the cross, but there's no one trying to stop the cross. And opportunity today to really just put your bodies on the line. You know, one last dash at this, throw everything, throw into it. You can really take some risks, and yeah, a little bit too easy on that occasion.
Came into this game in good form, West Ham. 2 wins in the league, 3 unbeaten. It's been a strong end to the season for the Hammers. It'll be interesting to see how next season goes in an expanded Barclays Women's Super League. Also feels like it's a bit of an end of an era, a bit of a shake-up with the likes of Sam Kerr going, Beth Mead leaving Arsenal, as is Katie McCabe, lots of players that have been at their clubs for many years, departing.
Yeah, looking like Laura Coombs, Lucy Staniforth, like it does feel like a bit of a shift in the dynamic, a bit of an end of an era in some ways. Bethany England, where will she go?
Virginia. Fowler. Lohman loses out to Zellum, only temporarily though. Fowler looking for Wahabi, another player who's leaving at the end of the season after her contract's up. Zellum. Cascarino. One back by Hasegawa, was in the right place at the right time, the Japanese midfielder.
Yeah, West Ham just happy to sit now, stay compact, really try and condense the space that Manchester City have got to play in.
City finds space with Virginia, who's ball across, is met by Bunny Shaw, who gets her goal. A 20th Barclays WSL goal this season for Bunny Shaw. She's now the first player to score 20 plus in 3 different seasons. And she makes it Manchester City 2, West Ham 0.
Who else but that player, Bunny Shaw, that we've been talking about? It's Virginia with the cross. Bunny Shaw doing so well, keeping herself on side, in the right position, at the right time. Showing exactly what she means to this side. They open up West Ham so easily, Manchester City. Find those spaces that they were trying to condense, couldn't do so on that occasion. It's a fantastic ball. Undefendable, really. Puts it in a perfect spot, and the smiles for the Manchester City fans on Bunny Shaw's face.
25 goals in all competitions as Pryor deals with that West Ham attack. 5 goals in her last 5 in all competitions as well then. She is unstoppable. Ueki. Decent opportunity for West Ham. And goes for the goal kick though.
Yeah, to score 20 goals again in the BWSL in a season like the season she's had, now to be able to take the title as well. It's just phenomenal from a player like her. She is unstoppable.
It's great as well to see her fully fit. She's played every single league game this season. So often she's struggled with injuries. Last season, missed a large chunk of it. Sometimes it's as simple as that in terms of winning a title. Is your best player, your top goal scorer, fit for the whole time? As Iman Benny's in behind now, Shaw racing to get to the penalty spot. Benny holds it up. Back to Caroline. And the return ball is not what Benny had in mind.
Now a little bit of a breakdown in communication in the end across this right-hand side. Does really, really well to use her pace, get her body cross in the first instance, Benny. Again, no one really applying any pressure within the 18-yard box for West Ham. Just making it a little bit easy for them.
Balumu is fouled by Caroline. A little eager to get onto the ball.
Yeah, speaking of Bunny Shaw, though, there was always that debate, wasn't there, about, we see again the goal here, just adjusts her feet so well, makes it look so easy, doesn't she? Scores so many different type of goal, but that's literally on a plate from Fagino for her. And go on, finish that one off.
Here's Vivian Asai, creating the space for the shot, but well blocked by Rose. Such a diligent, robust defender. Very little gets past her.
Yeah, very little gets past her, and we don't see it very often because she doesn't really let it happen, but when she is put into a race, she is super quick as well.
It's a really good challenge from Pryor. Zellum breaks for Ueki, whose ball across is comfortably gathered by Eartha Cummings.
she's not had too much to do today, Asa Cummings. But when she has had opportunities to do so, she's looked astute in the Manchester City goal.
Laura Coombs poised to come on for the final 30 minutes. To Cummings. West Ham trying to press from the front. City go over the top, flicked on by Shaw. Uendo, though, back to her goalkeeper. Who calmly finds Siren. Up to Ueki. Forward ball is a really good one. Finds Fionn Morgan, who's in plenty of space. Morgan across goal, and it's tapped in by Siren. Pubel. West Ham have a goal back. Really slick counter-attack. Morgan with the brilliant ball. Right into that area. And Pubel finished it off.
Two fantastic balls in the build-up to this. It started off with Ueki, great vision to find Morgan out on this right-hand side and just slots it into the front of Pubel. You can see as she looks up, finds the on-rushing Pubel in between three Manchester City defenders. It's a great ball from Fionn Morgan, and Pubel slots home, scoring again for the West Ham side. Game on.
Two goals in the last two games then for Pubel. That's why she was rewarded with a start today. All 3 points perhaps not yet secured then for Manchester City. Fowler. West Ham goal came out of nowhere, really.
It really did. Ueki doing so well with the crossfield ball that no one really expected her to pick out Morgan out on the right-hand side. And that's what happens if you take a little bit of a risk, just go a little bit higher.
Spanish Shaw tries to find Laura Coombs, who's just come on as a sub. On for Oba Fagino, as that goal was being celebrated by West Ham. Laura Coombs, who is retiring at the end of this season. 7 years she's been here at City. Before that was at Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool. Player you've played against, Fern Whelan?
Yeah, she's a fantastic player. Such a difficult player to play against as well. She just commands the midfield, and you can see it here now with her work rate. The way she makes it difficult for players as well, Laura Coombs. She will be missed by the league, but she's got, she's such an experienced player, and she's contributed so much to this Manchester City side. Not only on the pitch, as I speak about just how important it is off the pitch as well, and a fantastic player to have in and around the dressing room.
Cummings, who on her WSL debut for Manchester City won't be able to collect a clean sheet.
Yeah, there wasn't too much she could have done about that one, though, in my opinion. It was a fantastic finish from Pubel, coming at point-blank range in front of her.
Zellum. Up to Asai. Zellum again, looking for Fionn Morgan, who got that perfect assist. Now it's Ueki trying to create the space for the strike, and it's well marshalled by Sydney Lohman. West Ham hunting for a leveller. Benny looking to play Shaw in behind, just a bit overhit.
That's just becoming a little bit more transitional, the game now, isn't it? As the spaces open up and West Ham take a few more risks, which potentially they can afford to do at times as well, especially in the wide areas. Just catch Man City off guard on the transition, which that one sounded painful.
Yeah, you could hear Balumu there calling for the foul, which she got. A change then for West Ham. Off comes Cascarino, on comes Shalina Zadorsky, who's missed so much of this season with an ankle injury. Only 22 league minutes since that injury she picked up in November, so good to see her back. Queen's nearly nicking it back. A wonderful little turn into Ueki. Morgan's trying to keep the width. Here is Fionn Morgan. It's well won back by Fowler. Now Lohman will carry it out and wins the free kick.
Yeah, ends up winning the free kick, but for me it's really positive to see the mentality of the West Ham players there when they do lose the ball. I think it was Morgan who originally lost the ball, but the work rate when you have lost it, to go back and to win it back straight away is key. Get your side back into a good position. And we spoke about it as well, haven't we, from a West Ham perspective in terms of the way their second half of the season has gone, picking up those 4 wins, getting themselves away from that relegation battle, and getting further away from Leicester. But for me now, it's what next? Where can they go from here for next season? How can they recruit to bring in players that are really going to shore up the team to be able to compete and get themselves into higher positions? Last season finishing 9th, this season looking to finish 10th. They're just constantly around that relegation battle for me. And for a side like West Ham, with the players they do have and the quality they've got, they should be higher up the table.
By Lohman. Here's Rose, her goal in the first half, got the scoring underway. Pryor under pressure, finds Hasegawa. Worked out so well by Manchester City, something they really excel at. As Lohman fires it into Fowler in plenty of space. Mary Fowler with the delivery, and the target was Bunny Shaw, just a little overhit. The whipped cross. Yeah, there's the arm off in the centre from Bunny Shaw, just to say thank you for the idea. She saw exactly what she was trying to do, provide her with another headed goal inside the area. Hasegawa has passed on the captain's armband to Laura Coombs then. Morgan. To Nystrom. Jade Rose catching Hussein in the chest there. The referee hasn't given a foul, but she will stop play to check that French forward's okay.
It's been an interesting battle between the two of these today. And collide with the back of Rose's arm there. It's a painful one for Hussein. They'll want to keep her on the pitch as much as possible because she has been a thorn in Manchester City's side today. A lot of the positive build-up play that they have had has gone through Hussein. Surprisingly for me as well that she's only really scored 2 goals all season, Hussein. I'd expect to see her get on the score sheet more.
Yep, scored 9 WSL goals last campaign, but just 2, 5 in all competitions. But it's been a problem for West Ham this season. They've got the second worst attack in the league. Only Leicester have scored fewer. Sirem wins it back. Here's Zellum. Ueki now. West Ham players flooding forward. Rico Ueki to the byline. Wins the corner.
Yeah, gets a high five there prior from Wahabi. Good defending up against the ever dangerous Rico Ueki. And when she finds this space out on the right-hand side, she just manages to pick up a little bit of speed. You can see the change of pace that she's trying to get past Gracie Pryor. But she's equal to it, and good defending from her.
Delivery. It's the crossbar on the way through, and behind though.
You just get the sense, don't you, that West Ham feel there's still an opportunity for them to get back into this game.
Manchester City hierarchy watching on. All here for the celebrations, I'm sure. Fowler. Caroline. Coombs, perfect ball. Here's Bunny Shaw, bearing down on goal and slots it into that bottom corner. Another goal for Bunny Shaw in front of the Manchester City fans. A big smile on the Jamaican's face. And it's Manchester City 3, West Ham 1.
Yeah, listen to the shouts of the crowd and the fans. Really cheering their team on now as they go up again in this game. Really well-worked team goal. Hasegawa finding Coombs in the centre of the park, whether it's meant for here or not, doesn't really matter. It ends up coming through into Bunny Shaw, who has time and space and acres of time just to be able to look up and slot it home past Kinga Shemik. Again, West Ham will be disappointed with the manner and the way in which they've conceded this goal. You can't afford to give Bunny Shaw that much time and space to slot home and get a second of the match.
She's one of those strikers where time seems to stop still and slow down when they're on the ball. Found herself through on goal and so coolly slotted that past Shemek. And that's probably taking the game away from West Ham.
Yeah, just as they were finding a little bit of momentum, a little bit of the confidence in their play, they were pressing Manchester City high, trying to make it really difficult for them. But they'll be disappointed with the build-up to that, especially with it falling through into the midfield. Into Coombs, who'll be pleased to get herself in and amongst that opportunity for the goal with Bunny Shaw there as well on their final game.
Fowler forces the throw-in. Caroline over the halfway line. Checks back and finds Hasegawa. Here is Shaw. Back to Wahabi, cries of shoot, and she obliges. She wants a goal as a leaving gift.
Hasegawa's just controlling everything in that midfield, isn't she? It almost, again, it looks too easy for her as well, making it difficult for West Ham to get anywhere near them.
Dealt with by Nystrom. Bunny Shaw hits it across, and you can hear the Manchester City fans saying, "We want Bunny to stay."
What must be going through her head right now?
And celebrations as well, going over to stand in front of the City fans. Kind of a look of confidence on her face, as if to say, Show me the contract. Ueki, that's a good ball across, dealt with by Rose, behind for a corner.
Yeah, Rose had to deal with that. Because just on rushing to her right-hand side was Asai. He's been trying to cause her problems all afternoon. Again, just problems down this right-hand side with Ueki trying to play it in there. Asai trying to get on the end of it.
And it comes, not dealt with. Vivian Asai, saved by Cummings and cleared off the line by Wahhabi. Really good goalkeeping from Eartha Cummings, because when it landed at the feet of Asai, that looked like a certain goal. West Ham still coming. Zellum finds the space for Pubel. West Ham's goal scorer, Morgan. Endo. Morgan with the delivery, met by Asai. That was always going to be a difficult one to get on target.
Yeah, it would have been a difficult one for her, wouldn't it? She's trying to almost leaning back as it's coming in. This was the original corner that got delivered. The ball just fell really nicely for Asai inside the 18-yard box, but really good save from Cummings. Again, we see it here. Asai would have been rewarded for all her hard work this afternoon, but strong save. And Manchester City managed to get it away.
She wouldn't have seen it till late, so that was a good save. Is West Ham are making a change? In fact, a couple of changes. Verona Hanshaw coming on. The goal scorer Pubel going off. Young Leia Vonderla. 2 comes onto the pitch. Morgan, Balumu, Pubel, the 3 to come off. Bosse, Hanshaw and Vonderla coming on.
Yeah, just opportunity for a few fresh legs in there. Now you see the work rate of Leia Vonderla just to try and start that press off for West Ham.
For Ria Bossa, it's Hammer's debut. 20-year-old English player.
Yeah, Rose doing really well again there in the challenge with Asai. It's been a really good battle to see between the two of them this afternoon.
Here's Wahhabi. Fowler. Around the corner for Wahhabi. Behind for another City corner.
Yeah, Bosse straight into the game with their first opportunity for a challenge. West Ham need to be switched on now to defend this corner.
We know how good City are from set pieces. Well-worked routines. That one, though, comes back to Rose. Lifted in by Benny, out by Nystrom. Lohman recycled it out to the left. Wahhabi. Towards the back post, overhit though. Collected by Caroline. Nice bit of skill. Dink delivery, looking for Shaw. Taken off her head. Coombs with the volley. And it's in! And Manchester City have a 4th goal. And it's a retirement gift for Laura Coombs on her last professional appearance, her last appearance for Manchester City. She gets a goal. A wonderful moment for her and a good moment for the Manchester City fans to celebrate her. City lead by 4 goals to 1.
It's an emotional one, this one, isn't it? Again, it's too easy down that right-hand side for Carolyn to get the cross in. Doesn't find Bunny Shaw, but it finds Coombs. Hits it on the half volley as it comes in. We'll see it again here. Just drops to her. Manages to get out of her feet. Maybe takes a slight deflection on the way into goal, but she won't care at all in her final game for Manchester City before retirement. See exactly what it means to her and dips in the back of the net to put Manchester City up 4-1. Such an important player for this Manchester City side over the years, and gets her just rewards there today.
Manchester City enjoying themselves out there now. Into the final 10 minutes. They're sealing their title with style.
Yes, well done, well done.
Yeah, for all the compactness West Ham have tried to have within this game, getting crosses in from either the left or the right for Manchester City has been far too easy today, in my opinion. City making a change during those celebrations as well, as Laura Wienreuter comes on. West Ham also poised to make a change of their own. Here's Vonderla for West Ham, the substitute, putting a little run. Zellum. Forward by Zellum. Cleared behind, out for a throw-in by Pryor. Yeah, you see there, West Ham just trying to increase the ball speed up a little bit, which at times for me has probably been a bit slow for them today, because they have had decent possession. It's what they can do with it that counts.
Another player that's leaving at the end of the season. West Ham's captain, Katrina Gorey, comes on for her final game in a West Ham shirt after 2.5 years, over 50 appearances. It's goodbye from her.
Yeah, again, another key player across the WSL departing their side at the end of the season. She spoke about just how much West Ham meant to her and how much she felt valued at the club as well, in terms of being a mother at the club as well, which was key that she got the support in that area.
It's a good-looking delivery towards the back post. Over Asei, though, collected by Hanshaw. Zellum back to Asei. One back by Lohman. Off goes Bunny Shaw. Instead it goes out to the right to Caroline. Asagawa looking for Shaw, met by Endo instead, who doesn't fully clear. Fowler can't quite get the shot off, and Kinga Shemek takes control of the situation. Just confirmation of that Manchester City change, then it was Iman Benny who came off for Laura Wienreuter, who makes her first WSL appearance this season. She's really struggled for minutes in this City side.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, that, isn't it? I think we expected to see more of her this season within that Manchester City side. Potential opportunity for her to kind of show what she's capable. Only got 5 minutes to do so, to be fair to her, but she'll be hopeful of more minutes next season.
Here is Wienreuter. Cut out by Zellum. One back by Yui Hasegawa. How many times have we said that this season? So good at nicking the ball back. No player's made more interceptions than her in a City shirt. Fowler. Caught by Shemek.
Yeah, it's an easy one really for Shemek in the West Ham goal from Fowler. She is just trying to set her team on the way now.
Lohman.
With a player like Wienreuter as well, not getting the minutes, it just shows the competition for places within this Manchester City side, and you know, the depth in the squad that they have. Kasperai playing on that right-hand side this season, doing so well. 7 assists for her this season. You know, she's been so dominant and so key in the Manchester City side. It's made it difficult for anyone to really get in ahead of her.
Coombs, Fowler, looking for Shaw. Zadorsky missing it, but Shaw unable to steal onto it. West Ham win it back. There'll be another City goal in this game. City have won 8 points from goals scored in the final 5 minutes of games. More than any other side. They've secured all 3 points already, but will she be able to get a hat-trick? That's what she'll want.
If she'd have just read that Zadorsky was going to miss that one, she'd have been in.
Pryor, infield to Hasegawa. Reuter forced back to Rose. Wahhabi. On this, her final appearance for Manchester City. Forward it goes to Caroline. Wahhabi's forward.
Yeah, it's good work there from Nystrom, just in the centre of the park. I think West Ham have worked really hard today. You can see they're a team that works tirelessly. Tiring now towards the end of the game because they've actually tried to put in a bit of a shift, but they have had chances to be able to score more past Manchester City. They maybe rue a couple of those today.
Might have a chance here. Ueki. Back to Hanshaw. Zadorsky now. Moves it towards Gorey, one of the smallest players on the pitch, unable to win that aerial battle with Eartha Cummings.
It was the right idea from Zadorsky to try and switch the play a little bit, but too looped in, gave Cummings time to analyse and assess the flight of the ball and come out confidently and claim it.
No,
Caroline.
I think, yeah, or I think
Square to Pryor.
Yeah.
You don't want one.
I mean,
That's nice from Wahhabi. Forward for Fowler, and it's just a little over hit. Into the final minute. City poised to celebrate. They've been celebrating all week.
And so you would as well. League leaders into the final of the FA Cup as well. Opportunity still on to win the double. Been a fantastic season for them all round.
Tireless work from Ueki. West Ham still coming forward. Nice bit of skill from Gorey. Katrina Gorey strikes, breaks for Asseyi. Good save. Brilliant double save. Still alive. And the strike's off the woodwork. West Ham so close to getting another goal. But what about that double save from Eartha Cummings?
Oh, Eartha Cummings, didn't she do well here? Asseyi gets the shot off. Fantastic save in the first instance, and then just look how quick she manages to get herself up for the second strike. Fantastic double save. Vonderla trying to get it out of her feet there to get the shot off, but yeah, that's that team togetherness, cohesiveness, camaraderie that we talk about. just as happy with not conceding a goal as they are with scoring a goal.
3 minutes of stoppage time on the end of the 90 then. Pryor, back to Wahhabi. Caroline hits it forward. Cut out by Hasagawa. Lohman. Bunny Shaw's lurking. Lohman goes for goal itself and got far too much power on it.
Yeah, Lohman just seeing a chance to get herself on the score sheet. Again, we see the goal here from Bunny Shaw. Stops immediately in front of the Manchester City fans. See ball coming through her to her here for a second goal as well. Great finish, showing her appreciation for the fans as well.
Caroline, who came on for Lauren Hemp early in the first half. Hemp going off with an ankle injury. City will be hoping she can recover ahead of the FA Cup. Final against Brighton, of course. Lohman to Bunny Shaw. West Ham coming forward against tiring City. Ball into good one. Hasagawa able to just knock that back to Cummings.
Yeah, you see Cummings happy to just slow the play down a little bit now. They know they're so close to being able to finally lift that BWSL trophy.
Caroline. Fowler couldn't quite bring it down with her toe. Hooked away. In by Wahhabi. That might have been the final opportunity. And there we have it then. Manchester City end their title-winning season with a win. A brace for Bunny Shaw on what could be her final game for Manchester City. Jade Rose also chipping in with the goals. A goal too for Laura Coombs, who's retiring after today. Lauren Hemp going off with an injury, the only slight annoying element for Manchester City. West Ham, for their part, got a goal through Serena Pubel. But today was all about Bunny Shaw and Manchester City. Full time, West Ham United 1, champions Manchester City 4. All smiles then on the faces of those players in the sky blue shirts. What a performance from Bunny Shaw.
Yeah, she's phenomenal, isn't she? You see exactly what she means to the side and what it means to her to score those 2 goals today in front of the travelling fans as well. Getting 21 goals now in the BWSL for her. Golden boot for the season, thoroughly deserved. Yeah, I think they were too much of an outfit really today for West Ham. West Ham tried and had opportunities to score against Manchester City, but great to see players like Coombs as well getting on the score sheet. What that means to her, I'm sure, will mean a great deal for her to be part of that side today, get on the pitch and score a goal as well.
And let's take a look at the highlights then from this Manchester City win. They got things going straight away, City. Jade Rose scoring after just 13 minutes from the corner.
Yeah, City showing what they were capable of. Early on, scoring again from yet another set piece. Jade Rose reacting first within the box. West Ham players not getting close enough. And City getting themselves up 1-0 early.
And City created plenty of chances. Bunny Shaw was in amongst them, celebrating in front of the City fans with a wry smile on her face.
Good work from Fagino down this right-hand side. Gets the ball into Shaw, unmarked, within the 6-yard box. Easy tap-in for her by her standards.
City didn't have it all their own way, though. West Ham had a couple of chances of their own. And when Ueki worked it out well to Fionn Morgan. Her ball across the face of goal, tucked in by Serena Pubel.
Yeah, it's a great ball originally from Ueki. Finds Morgan and acres of space. Takes a fantastic first touch infield, and Pubel with the running inside the 6-yard box. Slotted it home for West Ham to get them back into it.
But City weren't done yet. When Laura Coombs' ball found its way through to Bunny Shaw, well, she was always going to find the back of the net from there. That's her bread and butter.
Again, a very similar celebration, wasn't it? But we see the ball come through here to Coombs. Fortuitous with that little bit of a nick there from Nystrom. But it's an easy finish for Bunny Shaw. She's unmarked within the 6-yard box. No one pressing her, and more celebrations for Man City.
And the celebrations didn't end there either. When Caroline put the ball in it, broke for Laura Coombs. In off a West Ham player, but it's her goal on her final game for Manchester City.
Yeah, what a time to get your final goal. Half volley here for Laura Coombs. Gets it down inside the 18-yard box, does really well. And she wasn't missing from there. It's a great strike from her.
And late on, West Ham pushed to get another goal, and they came so close. Brilliant double save from Eartha Cummings.
Yeah, equally a very good double save here from Cummings. Fantastic save from the double strike, equal to Vondela's second strike there as well.
We're going to hear in a moment from the Manchester City manager. His team talk with Manchester City players as they are champions today.
Not waiting for me. So it's something that we show that we are champions. Great job. We talked about enjoying the game. I think we enjoyed it. And most important thing now is that we really enjoy the rest of the day. Making sure that we celebrate with our fans, with each other, and have a marvelous evening, okay? Come on, guys! Yes!
Time to celebrate and enjoy that fun.
Yeah, exactly. And why not? You could see there was smiles on the faces of all the Manchester City players before the game. They came into it relaxed, they came into composed, just to enjoy the game as we spoke about. And yeah, Jäger's saying there in his post-match chat, go and celebrate and do it as a team as well. Do it as a collective with smiles on your face, because you've thoroughly deserved this and you've earned this after 10 years of waiting.
And something as well that is nice to see, lots of Manchester City players getting on the pitch today. Eartha Cummings, her first WSL minute, same for Laura Wienreuter. Jägerlitz was able to bring on Laura Coombs for her final game. Wahhabi started in what's her final game for Manchester City. Those details matter, don't they, for players?
Yeah, definitely. You want to feel like you've been able to contribute to something. Sometimes you don't want to feel like it's only the starting 11. You want to know that you're a full squad and everybody matters, everybody brings something. And when you get the opportunities like players like Eartha Cummings have had today to come into the side and do exactly that, show what she's capable of. You work week in, week out in training so hard as a player, and sometimes you like to know that it's not gone unseen as well, and you get those opportunities on the pitch as well.
Sam Coffey in crutches, as you can see. City fans will be hoping that she can recover ahead of next season as they look to defend what is their title. 10 years after their maiden title. Manchester City champions again. The 10-year wait is the longest ever by a team between Barclays WSL successors. As Manchester City now join Liverpool on 2 titles. Only Chelsea with 8 and Arsenal with 3 have won it more times.
Nice one.
Those Manchester City players will be celebrating this evening. A brilliant achievement for everyone involved. Andre Jeglert's winning the title in his first season in charge. And perhaps that's just what this Manchester City team needed, something a little bit different from the top.
Yeah, they got to freshen up, didn't they? And you can see exactly what it did to them. Freed them up, they played with a little bit more freedom, changed the way they went about their game slightly, played to their players' strengths as well, which it was, you know, pleasing to see sometimes. So real opportunities for them to celebrate that moment today, because it's no small feat what they've managed to achieve this season.
And if you look over the whole season as a total, what are the key moments for you, Fern Whelan, in which Manchester City proved that they were going to go on to be champions?
I think there's been quite a lot of moments, hasn't there? But I think, for me, when you see them topple Chelsea 5-1 so dominantly in a game that Chelsea had opportunities to score in as well. You know, Carolyn getting that hat-trick, Bunny Shaw inevitably getting on the score sheet in that game, as well as Miedemar. For me, I thought that was a phenomenal game. But again, you take it to the close part of the season when they're drawing 0-0 against Liverpool, and it looks like there was a few questions. Will the title be going away from them? Can Arsenal get themselves back into it? But Rebecca Kanak steps up from a set piece on a corner and scores that goal that was ultimately the last goal for the winning one for them before they got the league title. So it's been a fantastic season for them, and thoroughly deserve to enjoy these celebrations now and have a party in the changing room.
Yep, very much a party atmosphere. Their season's not yet done, though, of course. Manchester City are in the FA Cup final, where they'll face Brighton. They could yet win the domestic double. And they very much are worthy winners. Manchester City, they beat every team in the league this season. Impressive results over title rivals. Let's have a look at the results elsewhere on this final day then of the Barclays Women's Super League. Tottenham beat Brighton by 2-1. What a season Tottenham Hotspur have had. Chelsea ran out 1-0 winners against Manchester United. Sam Kerr scoring there on her final appearance for Chelsea. Everton beat bottom of the table Leicester. Leicester, of course, are in that relegation position. They will face off against Charlton in that playoff for a spot in the expanded Barclays WSL next season. Arsenal were 3-1 winners against Liverpool. London City Lionesses left it late to beat Aston Villa by 2-1. And here, Manchester City beat West Ham United by 4-1. The season is over then, and this is what the table looks like at the end of the campaign. Manchester City 4 points clear at the top. They led the league for 189 days this term, and they are deserved winners. Arsenal in second place, Chelsea in third. Those two will play European football next season, although Chelsea will have to go through European qualifiers to qualify for the Champions League proper. Manchester United just miss out on Champions League football. It'll be interesting to see how they cope with that after the signings they've made. Brilliant season for Tottenham Hotspur, who will look to kick on next season. London City Lionesses, in their first ever campaign in the Barclays WSL, finished mid-table. They will be looking to kick on as well. They want to challenge the hierarchy at the top of the WSL. Brighton lost today, but a good season for them, and they're in the FA Cup final. Everton, Aston Villa, West Ham and Liverpool will be hoping to get a little bit further up. And as I said, Leicester City will face Charlton in that playoff game for a place in next season's league. Manchester City's celebrations well and truly underway then. And it will be interesting to see what happens with Bunny Shaw. When she celebrated, She walked over to the Manchester City fans. She was in front of them naturally from where the goal was scored anyway. Stood in front of them, stock still, wry smile on her face. What do you think that means, Fern?
Yeah, what was that? It was almost like she was thanking them, I think, for sure, for the support, but it was almost like, look, this is how good I am, and you know this is how much I mean to this side. Like you said it in comms, didn't you? Sign me up. Like, I think she spoke openly about how she loves the club, she wants to stay at the club, but it doesn't sound like the offer on the table is, deserved of what she is thoroughly deserved of. She scored over a third of Manchester City's goals this season. Like, that's a phenomenal stat for a team that have scored over 60 goals. So, they've been a force to be reckoned with, but she's a third of that. So without her goals next season, she's going to be a big loss if they do lose her. And it is a massive talking point, but you can see what it means to her. But it was a wry smile, wasn't it? They were slightly muted, the celebrations, a little bit.
It will be so intriguing to see where she ends up. And we said it earlier in comms as well that lots is changing at the end of this season. Lots of big players off. Let's have a look at the stats then from this game. Then relatively even in terms of shots and efforts on target. Manchester City with the superior XG though. City with more accurate passing accuracy. And there's a little snapshot of Bunny Shaw's game then. 2 shots on target, 2 goals scored, off just an XG of 1.07. Manchester City though with a dominant win, 4-1 the final score. Another win then that means they equal their best ever points tally in a single Barclays Women's Super League campaign. So the trophy presentation is getting prepared. And this will be so sweet for Manchester City. So many times, 6 times in the last 10 years, they finished second. They lost the title on the final day on goal difference in the 2023-24 season. That season where Emma Hayes all but declared it was all over for Chelsea and City were going to win it. They somehow managed to lose it. So this will be so special for them.
Yeah, it will. They've come so close on so many occasions when everybody was tipping them to be the winners. That, they had the team. They were the team to beat. You saw them dismantle Barcelona in the Champions League. The season's gone by and everyone was like, yeah, this is it. This is their season. And they've not been able to sustain it before, whereas this season they've just looked so dominant, as you say, and people have said before, they've not had the Champions League to focus on this season. So has that been a factor in it? They've been allowed to completely focus on the league. And keeping everybody fit, that's been so key. They've managed to keep Bunny Shaw fit for every game this season. And there's been talk before about, with Bunny Shaw, how do they rely on her far too much? But potentially, yes. But when she is fit and she can score those goals for you, then, she's a force to be reckoned with within the Manchester City side. So, yeah, really exciting times for Manchester City now. And the fact that they've built that £10 million training facility for them just shows with the investment into the women's side, and that'll hopefully be an attraction for them, for players to bring them to Manchester City to show the vision they've got for the future of women's football in Manchester. And they aren't just trying to do this once, they're trying to do this on multiple occasions.
Will be interesting to see how they get on as well in Europe next season. England's representatives from the WSL will be Manchester City, Arsenal and Chelsea if they get through the qualifying. Arsenal, of course, the only English side to have ever won the trophy. They've won it on 2 occasions. But that's got to be a target for Manchester City, hasn't it? Going on to have a good campaign in Europe.
Yeah, definitely. But we've seen English sides come into the Champions League and potentially struggle because the volume of games drastically increases. Saw Manchester United after a good campaign this season, but as you say, they petered away towards the end of the season. They picked up quite a few injuries and maybe didn't have the squad depth to be able to cope with all the demands in front of them. So for Manchester City, that's going to be really key and really important that, you know, I think it was Charlotte O'Neill, she spoke about them not having this massive overhaul, but potentially just strengthening a few key areas to make sure that they do have the strength and depth that they need to be able to compete in Europe and go for that title as well.
Looking for a domestic double as well in the FA Cup final. As for West Ham, just a brief moment on them. It'd be interesting to see how they fare in the expanded WSL with more teams added. Will they be further away from the relegation places, or will they still struggle around the bottom of the table?
Yeah, I think we spoke about them during the game, didn't we? It's almost like they have to kick on next season. You know, with where they are in the league again, they finished 9th last season, 10th this season, conceded far too many goals this season. So again, they need to assure themselves up at the back and really rebuild and go again and make sure they don't drop into that relegation battle with maybe the teams that, you know, are coming up into the league, your Birmingham, your Crystal Palace, and you've still got that playoff to go next week as well. So it'll be an interesting one for them. They've lost it, well, their captain, Gorey, as well. Now she's moved on, so maybe a bit of a reshuffle around, an opportunity for them to re-strengthen as well.
And now let's get some post-match reaction with Bunny Shaw and Alex Greenwood.
Congratulations, Alex. A special way to to sign off a special year. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, absolutely delighted. Great result to end the season, and now we're going to enjoy it together as a team with our fans and get our hands on that trophy.
And 2 goals for you, Bunny. 21 goals for the season. That's a pretty good rate of return. What has been the key behind your success?
I would just say consistency and the quality that I have around me. Every time I get a chance, I know that another one will come. So I think, yes, I score the goals, but I always say the players that I have makes me look good.
And to be able to score and celebrate in front of your fans, that looked pretty special.
Yeah, definitely. Every time I score, you know, it's always a good feeling, and you know, we won the league, and that's the most important thing for me. And to know that I contributed to bringing back the trophy back to Manchester City, it's just great.
And it's been a really special year. What has been the key reasons behind your success, do you think?
A lot of things, but for me, mentality. The mentality within the team, in good moments and a bit more difficult moments, has been incredible. There's been a massive shift in that. But I also think the togetherness within the group is unbelievable. We all really care about each other a lot, and yeah, like I said, we really deserve this.
And finally, Bunny, there's been a lot of talk about your future. The fans are desperate for you to stay. What is your message to them?
For me, I focus on what I can control, and I think today is just to celebrate and, you know, to just enjoy. It's been a long season. We've worked extremely hard to get to this point, and I think after that, then we'll see what's to come.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the celebrations.
Quite the politician's answer that from Bunny Shaw.
Very media trained, wasn't it? She's giving nothing away there, is she, Bunny Shaw? She can't control it, she's right, and there isn't a message clearly to be able to share with the fans just yet, so it leaves them waiting that little bit longer to see where she's going to end up next season.
They do have the FA Cup final to play as well, so it would be a little awkward of her to make an announcement before the end of the season, really, so we can't expect it, but good of our reporter to ask the question anyway.
Yeah, that's just a small game to be coming up in a couple of weeks, isn't it? An FA Cup final, so they'll be fully focused on that, but also, like you say, fully focused on these celebrations today and really enjoying and embracing this moment, because they don't come around too often for players. So knowing that they've, as she said, she's contributed to it, and Alex Greenwood spoke about that mentality that the side has, and it's shifted this season. That, you know, they've beaten every team within the WSL. So as you said, they were the ones to beat, and they weren't. They've come out victorious and champions this season, and fully deservedly so. So really good to see, and really positive to see that mentality shift that they have had this season, and being able to go above just competing and actually taking the title this year.
And let's get some reaction as well from the outgoing West Ham captain, Katrina Gorey.
Hi, Katrina. A special end, I guess, to a special year here. I know not the result you probably wanted, but what does it mean to see out this season in front of your fans?
Yeah, it's been amazing. I'm grateful that we had a home game to end the season, and yeah, to be able to share it with the fans that have been a huge part of my journey, my family, and the rest of the club, to just reflect on the journey it's been and the memories that I've created here.
What do you feel you've learned as a player while you've been at West Ham?
I think just the determination, the grit and the pride that we have in the jerseys. We've always got our backs against the walls, but we always seem to come out on top at some point. And, you know, we've just got people that want to grow as people and players, and I think that's been the most important part of it all.
And I guess we saw that today, because despite the result, the way your team stuck in the game, that kind of shows the character that's building here, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of belief in the team. It's been a bit of a rocky road, but I think in the last few games we've showed that we can play some good football. We have great players, and everyone here wants to learn. And I think I'm excited to sit back and watch them play next season, and I'll be the #1 supporter from now on.
I was just going to ask you about the fans, because they really seem to have embraced you into this club. What do they mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, they've been awesome. After every game they're always here. I've got made quite a few connections with quite a few of them, and it's nice for me to give away a few things, and just for them to know how important they are, not just for me but for the whole team and for the club, and hopefully they keep on showing up.
Brilliant, thank you, and good luck for the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So waiting for the Manchester City players to come out ahead of lifting the trophy. Another element as well that will please them, I'm sure, is that they managed to do the double this campaign over their rivals, Manchester United. In fact, they beat them both times by 3-0, so pretty emphatic wins. That's something that you always want to achieve.
Yeah, they get to say that Manchester's blue, don't they? So, and it definitely is on this occasion. There we go, see the trophy getting ready to be able to be presented to them.
And the trophy is being brought out by Emily Stocks, a member of the City in the Community team. Works as a coach within the Women's Academy age group, and at Stockport County Ladies with open age groups as well. So here they come then, with their champions shirts on. They knew that they'd won the title ahead of this game, so they could print out those shirts in the knowledge that they would definitely be used.
Yeah, what a moment this is for the Manchester City players. They say a whole squad effort. Everyone's earned their medals today for Manchester City, and you can see what it means on the smiles of the faces of them. Fantastic memories to be made here for them and all the players involved, and the staff and the backroom staff as well. It's not always that they get the mentions as well, so important that they get their plaudits too.
Alex Greenwood, the captain, and Kirsten Kasperai, the vice-captain, leading out the players. Lauren Hemp walking quite well, considering that little ankle injury. That's a positive sign for Manchester City and the FA Cup final ahead.
Yeah, they'll be wanting to keep her as fit as possible and hope that that was nothing too much to worry about. Her going off within those first 20 minutes was hopefully just protection ahead of the FA Cup final in a couple of weeks.
Bunny Shaw's found some sunglasses. The sun's not really out here in East London. Look cool though. That's why you wear sunglasses.
Oh shit, quick take.
Andre Eglerts then, what a season. His first season in charge. And he's led Manchester City to the title as Eartha Cummings goes over to get her medal. Chiara Keating as well. The medals presented by Dawn Airy, chair of WSL Football, Nikki Doucette, CEO of the WSL Football as well. Overcomes Naomi Lazelle to get her. She struggled for minutes with injury. Jade Rose, who got the opening goal today. Brilliant debut season for her in Manchester City colours. Laura Wienreuter got her first minutes this campaign today. Eglerts clearly wanting everyone to be involved. Something that previous managers haven't always managed.
Yeah, exactly, and I think, you know, you spoke about it before, and he's a real people person, is Jaeglert, and he really instills that into the side, that they can trust him as well, and he obviously wants everybody to be a huge part in the story that they've built today.
Rebecca Kanak unable to play today with injury, but her goal against Liverpool, well, that was a pretty crucial goal, last-minute winner. She hurt herself actually scoring it, sacrificed herself to get the goal. Grace Clinton, who swapped the red of Manchester for the blue this summer, hasn't always been able to play because of injury, but I'm sure she'll crack on next season as Laura Coombs gets her medal. What a way to retire.
What a way to go out and score a goal on your final ever WSL game and then go and get a medal and pick up the trophy. Unbelievable.
She's been a brilliant player in the WSL over the years. Will be sorely missed. Such a creative talent in the midfield. Reached her 200th Barclays WSL appearance this season as well. That's pretty special. Sydney Lohmann, German international, signed over the summer. Won the league with Bayern Munich last season, wins the English title here. Yuri Hasegawa, clearly a popular figure with the Manchester City fans, getting one of the loudest cheers so far of the afternoon.
Yeah, small but mighty, isn't she? And clearly a fan's favourite is Yuri Hasegawa, and deservedly so. So composed in the midfield, so creative, got such vision, such talent, played such a key role in this title-winning side.
Pyrotechnics, not enough to compensate for the lack of sun. Still a little bit chilly out there as Mary Fowler comes over to collect her medal. After that serious knee injury and looking right back to her best.
Even managing to make the scarf look good as well.
Up comes Bunny Shaw. She is one of the main protagonists this season for Manchester City. Will this be her last City appearance in the Barclays WSL before heading off? Who knows? Time will tell. The medal too for Miedemar. Second Barclays WSL medal for her. She's won it with Arsenal before.
Yeah, the link up between her and Bunny Shaw as well has been why Man City have been so successful this season.
Lauren Hemp, key creator for Manchester City all season. Caroline, used to warmer weathers in Brazil, gets her medal. Over for Gino then. Hey, that's chipped in with a number of goals this campaign. Iman Benny's name announced. She got a last-minute winner against Arsenal, which went on to be a crucial goal, win over the Gunners. Important in terms of momentum for Manchester City. Lily Murphy, who started the first day of the campaign against Chelsea, picked up a shoulder injury, which really hampered the rest of her season. There goes Kirsten Pastor, a little insight into her selfie stick.
She needs to change the view a little bit.
An enigmatic character. The City Club captain, Alex Greenwood. She's been at City for so many years, since 2020. Appointed captain ahead of the 2024-25 season after the departure of Steph Horton. This moment will mean the most to her, probably, of all the players.
Yeah, such a fantastic captain she's been for Manchester City, hasn't she? And as you say, she's had that 6-year wait to be able to do this and lift the trophy.
How long she's waited. Manchester City are Barclays Women's Super League champions. All the years of wanting, that can all be left in the past, because today they're champions, today they celebrate. Chelsea's dominance at the top is broken. The day today is for Manchester City. Let the celebrations commence.
Yeah, commence. They've had a small opportunity to celebrate this week, haven't they? But now the celebrations can really start. You can hear the questionable singing a little bit, but they won't care. Fantastic scenes here for Manchester City, and they can fully get the party started. Thoroughly deserved for this Manchester City side. They've been fantastic all season. Real squad, team effort.
They went top in November and they didn't really look back after that. A loss against Brighton a couple of weeks ago made it look like perhaps Arsenal could challenge them, but Arsenal, with all those games in hand, unable to win them all. And Manchester City have won it before the final day. Today, just the day to celebrate. They didn't rest on their laurels though, beating West Ham by 4 goals to 1 this afternoon. Another trophy then for Alex Greenwood to add to her captain, to add to her cabinet alongside the Euros she's won with England.
Yeah, I don't think she was going to stop playing for Manchester City until she won the league with them, and I'm sure she's going to continue now to try and do that back-to-back as well. You see Lauren Hemp here fully enjoying the celebrations, another pivotal player in their title-winning side, such a creative player, really determined, really hard-working. And again, they're all real good team players as well, play for one another, which is fantastic to see.
Nice to see as well. Leo Wahhabi lifting the trophy before she heads off, departing City at the end of this season. And I wonder if they'll celebrate in East London or get the bus back to Manchester for the celebrations.
I think there's a party tomorrow in Manchester by the sound of things as well, so imagine they'll head themselves back up there and fully enjoy the celebrations.
And looking at those players as well, Mary Fowler, Fagino, Caroline Blinkler-Brown, there's a lot of young players. The future is bright for City.
Yeah, the future's really bright, isn't it? I was thinking the same as they were handing out the medals. Like, they have got a phenomenal side and such strength and depth within the squad that they can call upon those players at key moments to be able to be part of it. Even today, Caroline having to come on at 25 minutes for Lauren Hemp, and never does anyone look a bit out of place in the side.
Comes the champagne now.
And an opportunity for the staff to get involved as well, which is always nice to see. They play such a key role in this as well.
The City players just drinking it all in. It's a moment in their lives they'll never forget, a career high for many of them, I'm sure. And they'll hope that this will go on to be a dynasty rather than a one-off like it was 10 years ago when they first won it. So Manchester City are Barclays WSL champions. Their names on the trophy after another fantastic season in the Women's Super League. And that's it then from our coverage. City are champions. Until next season, bye for now.